listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast by Dr. T. Michael W. Halcomb, Dr. Frederick J. Long, Dr. Mario Melendez, Dr. Jennifer Noonan, and J. M. Smith. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I am Michael Halcomb, and in this episode, I'm doing a Hebrew reading. Now, if you've been watching the podcast, you know that in these Hebrew reading videos, we've been working with the book of Jonah. We're just going verse by verse and then that word by word. So we're at Jonah 1:15 today, and if you're watching, I'm going to put that up on the screen kind of in a slideshow format here in a second. If you're just listening, don't worry about that. It'll work too. If you are watching or listening, however you're taking in the podcast, you can pause it and repeat after me as much as you like. So use this in a way that helps you build your reading fluency. That's what it's all about. Reading out loud fluency is a critical step in building actual reading comprehension fluency. So that's why we're doing this. So, all right, let me pull this up here, Jonah 1:15, and we'll get going. There we go. All right, we'll look at it here. We'll read through it a little quickly, and then, as I said, go word by word. So we got Vayisa at Yonah, Vayteluhu al Hayam, Amod Hayam Mitzapu. All right, so that's just a rough go at it, trying to go quickly with it with all the speed bumps. That is, with all the Dagashim and Nikudim, with all the dots. I find it a lot easier to read without them, but I'm going to read them here and we'll see what we got. So we got the vav or the vowel at the beginning here. So with the patak vayis, au. So we got the aleph followed by the vav and the u. So we got the ow is how we're going to do that. Now, some might do vayisu. I do vayisau because I like to pronounce that aleph. So I treat this as a vowel pair, like an ow, vayisau. All right, so that's how I do that. Some might read it differently. Vayisau, vayisu, vayisau, at Yonah, et Yonah, Vaytiluhu, Vaytiluhu. I read that wrong in the beginning there, but Vayi. I'm so used to doing Vayi. This one is Vayi, Vayetiluhu, Vayetiluhu. Vaytiluhu is another way you could do it. So the silent shabbat there. Vaytiluhu. I'll do it that way. Vaytiluhu. But I'm so used to doing the Vayet. Vaytiluhu. Vaytiluhu. Al Hayam. El Hayam. El Hayam. V'yamod. 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 Now this is a little tricky. We got the vav with the patak, the yod with the patak, and then the ayin. And so you're doing something like vayet, and if you're gonna pronounce that ayin, vayet mod, vayet mod, vayet mod, vayet mod. So that's a little tricky right there. Vayet mod, vayet mod. So you gotta really focus on getting that if you're doing that. If you're gonna ignore the ayin there, let's go back. Here we go. So vaya mode is one way to do that. Vaya mode, but if you want that in there, vaya mode, you're just gonna put a little sort of hiccup or pause. Vaya mode, vaya mode, vaya mode, vaya mode, vaya mode, vaya mode. Hayam again. Hayam. And then we have mitzah, again, the patak followed with the ayin. Mitzah. We got the dagesh in there, so we're going to pronounce it with a hard P sound. Maipo. Sorry. Mitzapo. 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 Get that hiccup in there, that guttural. Mitzapo. 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 All right, I got that wrong in the opening, and there we go. Mitzapo. Mitzapo. All right, so here we go. Let's get it all on the screen here, and we'll give it a go. Vayisal et Yonah, vayituluhu al chayam, vayamot hayam mitzapo. All right, not too bad. I want to actually try that again. So here we go. Let's go back just a little bit. Here we go. Vayisal et Yonah, vayituluhu al chayam, vayamot hayam mitzapo. Okay, not too shabby. All right, so again, the idea here is to simply just try to build some reading out loud fluency, because that works toward building reading comprehension. When you're able to read out loud like that and hear yourself do it, it builds confidence for one. But it begins to sound like a real language, because it is. And so we got to practice reading aloud. It's something we have to recover in our quests for gaining fluency in these ancient languages. So I'm going to stop there. This is Jonah 1:15 and say, I hope that helped.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.